Hello everyone, McGee here, and welcome to my After Hours DLC delivery vehicle review video. I put this guide together in order to give you an idea of exactly what you're getting when purchasing these vehicles. I go through purchasing them, modding them, durability, and performance. I will admit that as far as using them to deliver, I haven't had a chance to fully utilize them, as I have only done 2 medium special order and 3 small special order sales, and have only been given the Vapid Speedo Custom to sell in. I believe it's reasonable to assume that the vehicle you get is directly tied to how many units of goods you're selling at one time. I will go more in depth with them in my money-making guide about the vehicle's performance and mission. I only want to give you guys facts that I have verified along with my informed opinions. So without further ado, let's talk about trucks. So the first one I want to talk about is the Vapid Speedo Custom. At the awesome price of complimentary, I'd say I can't complain about the price. The mod options are pretty standard but very limited aesthetically, with some notable exceptions. It comes with armor plating instead of normal vehicle armor. The liveries are all pretty standard gun running liveries except for the addition of the exclusive pink and green camo and the Sesenta Nova multicolored that are available if you got on the guest list. The weaponry includes proximity mines and a choice between those horrible mounted machine guns that plagued a lot of vehicles in the past, as well as a remote 50 caliber machine gun and the remote minigun. Altogether, with the performance upgrade set to the max and my preference to have my cars aesthetically come correct, the modding price was $821,962. Performance-wise, the Speedo isn't too shabby. It's a little drifty for my taste, and the ram on the front of it is pretty useless, but it is much faster than I would have expected for its class after the upgraded mods. The minigun is okay. I wouldn't get in any fights with it, but definitely beats the mounted machine gun. It has decent protection against bullets, however, and with someone sitting inside, yep, it explodes from only 1 RPG. Goodbye cargo. The next vehicle on the list is the Mayabatsu Mule Custom for a normal regular price of $95,700 and a trade price that's unlocked after 10 nightclub sell missions of $72,000. You're not going to break the bank buying this, but this week, because it's opening week for the nightclubs, you get a whopping 40% discount, bringing the price down to $57,456 and a trade price of $43,200. Since you're more than likely going to need this vehicle for larger sales, you should probably just go ahead and get it for the full discounted price, as the $14,000 difference doesn't really seem worth doing 10 sell missions for. Save your stock to do larger sales. But if you're extremely strapped for cash, then go for the discounted trade price. The mods for the Mule are very similar to the Speedo in their blandness. Again, the notable exceptions being the armor plating instead of normal vehicle armor and the same livery choices. The weapon choices are a little different than the Speedo, with the choices being proximity mines, a secondary remote grenade launcher used by a passenger, and for your primary weapon, you may choose from the forward mounting machine guns we've all come to love, or forward mounting non-homing missiles. Fully modded to the max, this vehicle will run you about $930,000. Now that we're done modding, let's go take this thing for a spin. As far as performance goes, I'd like to take a moment to congratulate Rockstar for very aptly naming this vehicle. Much like a mule, it is stubborn in its handling and very slow. Not quite on the level of those evil post-op trucks kind of slow, but they do struggle on a hill. The ram on the front is also pretty useless, although the grenade launcher did have quite a few shots in it. Be careful shooting those missiles. They are forward firing, and if your target is too close, or if there is an incline in front of you, you're going to have a bad time. Also, they have a limit of 30 shots. Like the Speedo, it's fairly resistant to NPC bullets, but let's take a look at its resistance to explosives. And with someone in the vehicle, yep, just 1 RPG and you've made a griefer's day. How nice of you. Finally, we come to the Pounder Custom. For the regular price of $320,530 and a regular trade price of $241,000, it is definitely advised you buy this week at the 40% discount. $192,000 is less than the usual trade price. Of course, if you want to do 10 small sales, you'll save about 48 grand at $144,600. And again, I can't say for sure because I haven't made that much product, but you're more than likely going to have to use this vehicle for the largest sales. As for customizing this thing, it follows in with the same pattern as the others. Armor plates instead of vehicle armor, same gun running liveries along with the promotion week liveries, and other box standard performance upgrades. The weapons have a slight difference though. You'll get a secondary grenade launcher like the Mule and proximity mines like both of the others, but you have a choice between mounted miniguns, mounted missiles, and a remote missile battery. I'd probably go with the mounted miniguns for a reason I'll explain shortly. And to upgrade it to the max, you're going to spend somewhere in the neighborhood of $965,000. So now that we've got the Pounder upgraded, let's take it out and talk a little bit about its performance. Where the Mule had a very descriptive and accurate name, the Pounder's name is more like an ironic joke. While it is a little more speedy than the Mule, and the ram on it is slightly better, it has trouble reversing on a hill. The SAM launcher is really the only way to fend off against anything in the air. However, it is pretty bad for defending against anything on the ground, due to its minimum distance being about half a block away, and the truck blocks your vision anyway. It can fire pretty quickly for 4 shots and then has a 5-second reload. And it doesn't reload until the remainder of that volley is used up, which could leave you stuck having only shot 1 missile. And while it is the only way to really defend against something in the air, good luck hitting anything considering you can't go into first person and the truck blocks your vision when shooting at something directly in front or behind you. But wait, there's more! The truck is very easy to get stuck and you can tip over rather easily. So yes, Pounder is exactly what you're going to get from any tryhard, griefer, or really anyone who might take offense to you trying to sell something in this vehicle. They will pound you in a very uncomfortable place, and I'm not talking about the backseat of a Volkswagen. But Mr. McGee, what about its durability? Surely it can withstand some RPGs or explosions in general. Well, I'm here to tell you, of course it doesn't. It explodes just as easily as the other two, with or without someone in the cab. So on to my final thoughts. These vehicles overall are a bit disappointing. I wouldn't say that any of them are sufficient to fight off any hostiles you may meet in a lobby while getting your cargo to the buyer in a timely and efficient manner. Of them all, the Speedo is probably the best bang for your buck, but I have a feeling that we are being shoehorned into buying the Mule and the Pounder in order to do the larger sale missions. Again, I cannot confirm that as I haven't gotten my stock to the point where I can do a huge sale yet. The Speedo has speed and an okay minigun, with the proxy mines being your best defense. The Mule is as slow and stubborn as its namesake, with poor weapons except again proxy mines that Deluxos, Oppressors, and Hydras can completely ignore. And last and probably very much least, the Pounder, which would be the best vehicle ever if only it didn't suck so bad in almost every category. One thing I almost forgot, and to be fair, Rockstar finally fixed with these weaponized vehicles, is that you can now use drive-by weapons with them, instead of the lame weapons they come with. Not really enough to offset the drawbacks, but it is worth noting. So should you buy it? I can't in clear conscience say that you are going to get some awesome vehicles for the $3+ million you're going to spend on them, but then again, they are on sale this week, and they may be mandatory for the larger sales. It is a gamble that will be made clear as we in the community find out more about this DLC. If I absolutely had to make a decision, I'd say wait and see. The money you save because of the sale is pretty negligible at a few $100,000, which if you're at the point where you're able to make full use of the nightclub, you should have no trouble making up the difference in a short time. So with all that said, I really appreciate you watching this video, and I hope it informed and entertained. If it did either, please leave a like because it would really help me out. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications to get my future videos as soon as they drop. Thanks again, and as always, see ya!